Hi, I'm Karthik. Hello, everybody. I'm Karthik. Travel to me is about the thought of being in a space where the familiarity of people judging me is not there. Let's say when you meet people in a bus or a train, that's probably the first time you're seeing them and also the last time you're seeing them. So there's no judging. The world judges you lesser. And then there are so many peace vibes that start to flow. The world seems less stressful. The whole mind is flirting with observing things that I would have otherwise missed. And suddenly the world around seems pregnant with possibilities. The heart's pumping blood to the right directions, and yeah, you're just happy. There's no deadline for the heart to pump blood, and maybe that's the start of the good life that we all want to veer towards. And I'm a great fan of travel and the possibilities that come by as a result of travel. Some of my best moments in travel are going to be spoken about in this video, and I'm so happy to share these moments with you. Here goes number one. Hi, number one. One of my first moments that I can remember in terms of adventure travel is probably the time when I got lost in the forest. It was around April 2013, summertime. We were doing a trek in the Bhagwan Mahavir National Park which is on the border of Goa and Karnataka, home to Dudhsagar Falls. So after doing so while we were on our way to Goa, inside on the train, we suddenly decided to get down on the railway track because somebody told us that the trek is far more exciting if you were to just slide down the mountain and slide down the bushes and go. It's close by from the railway track. And we had a good time. We trekked through some 5 or 6 tunnels and then found out that in the summer heat with no telephone signals, we were 3 kilometers in the wrong direction. Then we came back and then somehow found our way back to the Dudhsagar Falls. We were loving our time in the water till about 6 o'clock or so. We didn't realize when everybody went away that there would be no vehicles to transport us back to civilization. So what happened was it was dark, and my friends and I, after using our mobile torches, we navigated the forest path at night and managed, after 3 kilometers of walking and a lovely sunset, to find a small shack, a small shanty house in the forest. And there was a person who told us that our option now is to walk 9 further kilometers to get to the gate of the Mollem National Park, or try and wait and see if we could get on a goods train. Now that was not going to happen unless and until the goods train had a stop, and this was not even a proper railway station. It was a small stop that was sometimes, in terms of signals, not sometimes whenever you didn't have a railway signal and you had to wait because it was a single track, train stopped there, and there were no passenger trains coming by scheduled as such. Our luck, in about half hour we heard the sirens of a train coming down the mountains, and we were told that if the sound starts coming from the other direction, by the time it turns and comes to the direction where we were in, it would take about 15 minutes. So we used that 15 minutes to climb a hill, get down the hill, and then found out that the train was coming, and luckily it stopped for us in some distance. And while the train stopped, we quickly ran and tried to get on the last bogie, which is where the TT sits. We asked him, can we basically get transported back to civilization? The TT was a nice guy. He asked us to come on board, told the stories of how the trains, the Indian Railways in that particular segment, which is Hubli to Vasco, was actually used for filming of the Chennai Express, which then subsequently released 2-3 months after that. This was April 2013. So it was brilliant for the simple reason that once we boarded the train, or the last bogie of the goods train, the silence of the darkness, the huge trees that we see in the distance, mountains on either sides of the Bhagwan Mahavir National Park, a starlit sky, and these were our companions on that 60-minute ride. And 60 minutes actually turned out to be a much larger than what 60 minutes is. It was more than 3,600 seconds. It in fact seemed like eternity. But yes, that was one of my best travel experiences, traveling on the goods train without really having any clue of where I'm going to spend the